Hey, good morning, guys. Listen, I want to give you guys some game on how to better control your emotions. Now, people who struggle with emotional issues, and let me just list off a few of the more popular, quote, negative emotions, right? Anger, anxiety, frustration, things that kind of cause us to feel kind of crappy. The truth is, first off, no emotion is good or bad. Within the proper context, any emotion can be used to your advantage. Okay, so that's the first thing that you really need to learn, is that emotions are your friends. They're there to aid you and to guide you. Emotions are indicators. They are informants. They inform you of something. They are always pointing you toward information that you may not be aware of. Okay, so let's just get that out the way. Emotions are not bad or good. They are neutral, and they can be utilized in the proper context to your advantage. You can leverage your emotions for your good if you understand what you're feeling and you can identify what that emotion is pointing you to, making you aware of. Okay. The second thing is, many people try to control their emotions. In other words, if I'm feeling angry, I try to stop feeling angry. I try to force myself to feel better. And while that is one approach, and that may be necessary in a given context, it's not so much about you controlling the emotion, but rather, get this, lean in, it's about you controlling what controls your emotion. You see, if you are experiencing, let's say, anger, again, because that's a popular one that people deal with, something is causing and triggering that anger. So it's not about you just going about your day and life any old type of way, coming up against this emotion that you don't like, and then in that moment trying to master it or force it to go away. No, it's about you investigating what that emotion is, understanding what you feel, and then taking the time to identify what triggered or caused you to feel that way. And then you can begin to control what is controlling you. See, ultimately, emotions, they are controlling, they're determining, they're dictating your decisions. And so ultimately, when you learn to master what's mastering your emotions, then you learn how to master you. And as it flows downstream, you can actually learn to better manage and master your overall life. But that's another video. So again, I want to draw your attention to the fact that you want to control what controls the emotion. And that's called intake. I'm in this kitchen right now because it's, sort of an analogy. People come to the kitchen to grab some food because they're going to consume something, AKA intake. Now, based upon your diet, based upon what you eat and what you consume, then your body is going to feel a certain way. You're going to have a certain body type. Your intake controls everything else. Your performance level, your mood, your appearance, the list goes on and on and on. So if you just simply take the analogy of intaking your food or your diet, and you see how it impacts, influences, and determines all these other areas of your life, then you can also apply that same truth to your thinking, to your mind. What are you intaking? What are you consuming that is controlling and creating the emotions that you don't like to have or experience? So rather than just trying to do away with your emotion, I want you to partner with your emotion. I want you to seek to better understand your emotion. I want you to know that your emotion is your friend, and it is there to inform you and to indicate something that you are not aware of. And you, by taking a little time, sitting down and thinking, pondering, contemplating, how did I get to this point that I feel this way? What have I done? What have I said? What have I thought? And what led to me thinking and saying and feeling this way? Once you identify the source, because it will be some form of intake, then you can better control consuming that particular thing going forward in your life. This is some basic, bare bone, elementary level information. There's always more to know. There's always ways to grow and to develop and to up level your knowledge and your skill in this area. But I just wanted to give you the basics, a starting point, a point of reference, something to begin, something to kick you off, to jumpstart your emotional intelligence, your emotional economy, your ability to get you to do what you want to do. It's a skill. Learning to get really good at getting yourself to do what's good for you. It's a skill that needs to be learned and cultivated. And I hope and pray that this video has helped you and has blessed you and inspired you, encouraged you, empowered you to consider some things that maybe you've never considered before. Love you guys, praying for you guys, believing in you guys. Until next time, this is Travell C.W. Lynch, Mr. What, telling you guys that I am praying and I am hoping and I am believing that your possibilities will become your perspective. Love.